Let me welcome them up to stage, and maybe we can get some secrets, we can get some stories, we can get into the experiences that they had. I'm going to start out first and foremost with the legends. And the first of those legends to come up, Derrick, the Guru, Spencer. A man who made his debut in 2004 in the number 40 jersey. Right next to him, Mandla, Bullet, Masango. Mandla, where are you? Debuting in that Kaizer Chiefs jersey in 2007. And then we're going to go to the back side of the fence. And the next one to come up is Dikgang, the Terminator, Mabalane. Dikgang, where are you? 2009 is when he first put on that jersey for Orlando Pirates. Often not trying to do something. It's tough. I'll sit here. This chair is to the senior statesman when it comes to wearing a jersey for these two clubs. Please give him a warm welcome. Teboho, Moloi, a man who played for the club for 10 years and a man who's also been an assistant coach for the club. So, gentlemen, welcome up to the stage. It's time to talk about being the star player. And guys, I don't know, maybe just the first thing has to be, like the first thing that you have to ask, the first question is, who is the star player on stage here today? If you're looking around and you're looking at each other, you're saying, Such a good man. You say he's star player? No, tell me why then. If you're voting for him to be the star player, then you have to tell me why.
If I'm an age,
No, that's not how it goes. It doesn't go in age, but the young will star play. Yeah,
who is that?
Who is that? So he starts out. Yeah, maybe he starts out.
Yeah.
Begins at the country.
But I shall fish tail. This is a question.
The fish tail hairstyle. But I mean, in a serious note there, and I'll maybe start with you, Terminator. The influence of watching a Teboho, Moloi, a Mzansi played a role in the player that you became in joining Orlando Pirates?
Yeah, and thank you, Thomas. First things first, I actually got to play with him, believe it or not, even though he's way older than me.
Yeah.
Just before he retired, at Cosmos, so before I went to Pirates.
Yeah.
And I think it was a privilege for me. So, but I grew up watching him, of course, Tebza, I mean, an entertainer, of course, as well. And I think that's what I enjoyed, the type of football I enjoyed, of course, when he played for Pirates. So it was something that, one of the players that I looked up to, and Tebza one. But the fish tail, the fish tail is the one, because they say fishing in the next school.
No. You're missing the one thing there.
Yeah.
Fishtail was worn by the star player.
Yeah.
How is star player? You needed to do something unique. It was not for everyone.
No, Tommy, and I must just say that I was privileged to play with him and to coach him. These are the people that put all of us under pressure. They bought the treble and the double treble. So it was an honor to coach this youngster. Yeah, Thomas, there was back then in the days, there was a lot of influence when it comes to the derby. So, like you said with your techies, that you need
No.
Yeah?
You can't have one without the other.
No.
You have to be black and you have to be yellow.
No. In one of the derbies, I wore a lime soccer pullover.
Yeah.
People sit down, they, support us. They must give you an answer with the eye. And about the ponytail, it was difficult for a black man to get a ponytail. So the ladies with your fancy hair, I was the first one to start with that.
The star player with the ponytail, Mzansi. I want to go to the Kosi side of the fence very quickly. Because Derrick, you said something to me before, right? And you said, and I want you to share this story. Because speaking of the FNB Stadium, you told me that in your time, there was a fear sitting underground here with the star players in the stands, you being in the change room. There was fear inside you. What was happening and why was there a fear that took place?
Firstly, Thomas, Dikgang, yes, it's Dikgang. Look like a dancer.
It's okay, stay suspect. Well,
And the original fish tail, you know, the wood dog, I tails. The wood dog, not tails.
A corrective, it's a ponytail. The doctor will fish tail. We ponytail.
Oh.
Because the Italian line of Orlando Pirates were the first team to be trendsetters. Soweto yenze ifish. Isikebe semukhosi asifike ekhaya. The Buccaneers yafika ekhaya. That's
Ponytail.
something that is still trending even with the ladies.
Yeah, ponytail.
Thomas, I'm going to tell you all this.
The tail. I want the tail from Derrick. I want to see Lemon.
Yeah, no.
We should say rivalry. Doc's not here to defend himself. Take me back to your memories.
No, back then, Thomas, yes, with the whole FMB, you could feel the atmosphere from the dressing room and you could hear the supporters.
Down there?
Noise. Down there, yeah.
What did you hear?
Yes, and then Doggy used to walk around with the team list of Pirates. He said, yes, give to corner. You. So he was trying to scare us guys. Everyone was quiet, everyone was nervous, but I think it was just an amazing feeling coming out of the tunnel, coming out from Mzansi, coming out and seeing plus minus 90,000 people. It's an amazing feeling, and to get to play there.
I'm not going to let you get away that easy, Guru, because there's a game, and again, you shared this with me, and I think you guys have to hear this story because it tells you a little bit about what it's like to be part of a Soweto derby. You're on the bench. Game has happened. Cyril Nzama has got a horrific injury. Derrick, stand up, boy. Yeah.
You. It was one of the most difficult. I was sitting on the bench. I was sitting next to Kaizer Jr. and so Kira's there. And cheese was all over Cyril. And we were actually laughing at Cyril because cheese was all over Cyril. The next thing, Cyril goes down. I'm like, Kay says, get up, hey, you coming on? I know Cyril. It's Cyril, the tail peel, and I demand. And then I was over with Cyril. Yeah, so next thing, Cyril's coming out, they say, jumping, you're going straight on, without even warming up. My first touch, I tried to clear the ball. I shy spin, yo, the supporters, yes!
This is the amazing thing for me is that you remember
The first touch, they all know your first touch in the derby is very important. It sets your game. Because once you have a first touch, then the supporters will be on you the whole game. So you need to...
Did you recover that day? After that?
I managed to recover. I went to the dressing room after that. It was half time. I didn't get out of the exam.
Oh, wow. Mandla, you know, there are so many memories when it comes to you, but I think bravery, courage, when it comes to a Soweto derby is something you're going to be synonymous with because, hey man, penalty man, you'd be someone awfully baller. Oh, penalty, I phone. Everyone else said, no, says grand, I know, I penalty food. You wanted them.
Because, you need to make a name for yourself within the history of the derby.
Yeah.
So, in order for me, that time, I knew that I was going to score a penalty against Senzo because we used to play together, go national teams from under 20, under 23. So we had that rivalry before, and he knew all my strength. Like, I knew you're going to take the ball, it's either far post or like on the ground. So most of the time, I said to him, you know what, Senzo, one thing ukuhlazisa wena mfana yazi, because while I was walking down, he said, I know you're going to my right, but pointing to his left. So basically he was testing my intelligence. And mind you, I'm much more intelligent than he thought. So I was like, let me make a fool out of him. And then that's how it happened.
Washaibanenka.
Yeah, big players.
Kutabi.
Yeah, like, I mean, that was Zidane. If Zidane can do it in the World Cup final, what's stopping him?
What's stopping the bullet?
You know, and most professional keepers, they choose sides, so it's much easier, you know. I remember one time, it was penalty shootout, and Uskipa Uchi that time.
He's in the room.
Yeah, Uchi,
Our SuperSportBet ambassador, Jimmy Tao, was there in the room. Jimmy, Skipper, nice to see you.
So Jimmy, during our penalties, so the skipper,
I bring this story to studio, Jimmy. No, don't tell the viewers need this.
So man, Jimmy, I mean, he was meeting in a specialized. So imagine like Nyabwe haven't well, keep on my boot. I type in a there's not easy. It's school that is. If Paras keep on, so you must lead by example. Who's keep on? One more to be into under the pass. I thought I'm meeting a team.
Yeah, inspired. I'm only as motivation.
No, but you know what it did was was very fond of him. That he just said, Mandla, you know what? I'm encouraging you, take the opportunity, go shine, boy. This is your time. So, you know, that at that moment it was funny, and I was also scared, mind you. The penalty shootout is something else, you know. So, but he gave me courage to just go out there and just score.
Guys, we could share these stories all day, right? But when you're here at the FNB Stadium and you look out at the pitch and you think of the memories, and yours go even further back. Yours go back to the days of being a mascot, you know, this high, way back in the 70s. You come from a father who played from the club in the late Moloi. Like, you know, as we get closer to the kind of derbies that are coming up, what goes through your mind?
Hey Thomas, I hear a lot of people saying that form gets to be thrown out of the window. But Thomas, the derby, it's a way of life. It's the heartbeat of the township. You know, if, for example, Pirates loses on a Saturday, kids going to church, they don't even get church offerings. It spoils your church offerings, spoils your lunch going to school on Monday. It means it even spoils that chicken pack. You know, it comes with 16 pieces. On a Sunday, your dad has lost the derby. Nobody eats that chicken. That's how deep-rooted the derby is. So for us back in the days, it was more of sending a message. It was played during the festive season. You want to be the talk of the town. You know, there's a guy always, when I meet him till today, he always says to me, Tebza Mashawan, Tebza Man, 120,000 people FNB, and you decide to walk with the ball in the middle of the center. That's a statement that I've left. So that makes you to become, it makes you to feel that you're the kingpin of the township.
You're the star.
That is what the derby was all about for us. But for them it was different, it was business. For us it was entertainment, because the people that started this derby thing, they were entertainers.
And it brings it all together. The business side of it, the entertainment side of it, it all comes together, guys. But when we look at Debza's memories, you guys growing up, watching him play, I want to get a sense of what it feels like to be back at the FNB Stadium, to give us a sense of this rivalry, how it would feel, you know, on a match day, and how it feels from a player's perspective. Because we can talk from the fan side, We know exactly how it feels on match day from the fan side, but we don't always know how it feels for you guys, Terminator.
Yeah, I go back, and my days when I played for Cosmos. Mamela, it's different. You play a game as a professional when you are, and all due respect to Cosmos, that's where I started. But compared to the derby, I think there's a huge difference in terms of the magnitude as well. But here's what stands out for me. And something peculiar that I also noticed is Cosmos, more than a game, like a normal professional game. Near coach, man on. The coach is on Mikulum and a Pepe. Tell me, shift up, derby, out the window. Out the window. Lapa, you need characters, you need a big heart, you need, everything.
When you look at the bench, Mamela, you don't see hands.
Also, next, the fans, just walking out the tunnel. Yes, now walking out the tunnel. But this is what comes with the tunnel. That's how big it is. I remember when I signed for Pirates, they told me your life will change. It's going to be different. Yeah, you hear that, but it doesn't sink in. I registered. Play the first derby. Just one. You need one. You don't need many. Just one. And that weekend after the derby, you made it. So you win your mind. Petrol attendants. But that's what it means for any youngster, any young player. You start obviously humble beginnings. We support that, you are a fan, and then you become a football player, a professional. Now people are fans towards you.
You become
that's what a derby is.
You become a star player. You guys are nodding and you're agreeing, and Derrick, you're far, man. You're there. You're in memory lane.
No, I'm just thinking about it as Dikgang, when he speaks about it. It's amazing. The whole week preparing for the derby, even training changes, even the training change, the tackles that come in the training, because everyone wants to play. Everyone wants to play in the derby. And when they call out the 18 that's going to camp, and you're not in that 18, yes, it's a big disappointment for you. Because derby is something else. If you haven't played in the derby, I feel sorry for you.
Really?
Yes, it's something else. Just walking onto the field with so many people there. Obviously, when you walk on and the people, the mavuvuzela, but once you touch the ball and the game starts, you just shut out and you focus on the game.
Again, you're looking at me, Mata, and your eyes are telling me that you are somewhere else when it comes to your memories of this massive game.
To me, if you haven't played in a derby, you'll never understand what a derby is. You can understand as a fan because it's a rivalry. Like I alluded earlier on, there's so much heritage behind the derby. Because for me, I was privileged enough that I got to see about Temi, I got to see about Derrick and the others that played before me, and while I was a young boy, so I used to watch them. After the game, I go and emulate them, like outside with my friends, not knowing that one day you have an opportunity to be there. Imagine, like, in my situation, coming straight from the dusty streets of Mabalane, straight to the derby, where you were being watched by 5 people, and now all of a sudden the stadium is packed. People are coming from all over Africa, not just 9 provinces. There's supporters from other countries who support the biggest brand in Africa, which is Amakosi, obviously.
Thank you.
And that on its own. It shows people take their last cent to come and witness that that particular derby on that particular day, you know. And now we're here, we're sharing stories. It's nice. But during our playing time, like that week, we were never friends, you know, because I was friends with Happy. You know, we played in the same team called Walter Stars. But that day, like, tackles were flying. We were not even friends, you know. He would sweat at me, I would kick him out, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, that is something special. That you can never take it away.
And Tom is sorry to interject. And playing, if we go into the derby and it's a Pirates game, yo, very. The dressing room, singena, it's wet. And my lad, no one sometimes we end up going a passing.
And let me say thanks for the sanity that the derby has brought. You know, when you're taking it back to the days, I'm looking at the Amakosi Cash and Bucks Gold Rush. Kaizer Chiefs, Amakosi Cash, you're very lucky guys. Because back in the days, you win that house, we come at night, we take it away from you. Because back in the days, Mabalane, we never used to allow the Chiefs to win. So, in Zulu, we are what die.
Guys, the memories are amazing. Thank you very much to the Guru, thank you very much to the Bullets, to the Terminator, and to Debs on Wana. But there's one thing I need to correct when you guys are talking. Right? Just the one thing. One thing. When you say you've never played a derby, you don't know what it feels like. You must be talking to other players. Because I know Mabalane, Amakos. We played every derby from the stands. We played every single minute of every single game and felt the emotion of every single thing you guys have done. We have been there for you, I think, as supporters, and we love what you do out on the field. We appreciate your Sta Playa performances. But as fans, I get that's our Sta Playa. Yeah. That is corner. So our supporters, our Sta Playa. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.